Today, we'll talk about why it's important to get your day started with protein. I will be joining Melanie Ajanwachuku on this topic.
Protein, another hot topic, very important in our overall nutrition. And today, with the concerns of the coronavirus, COVID-19, we're especially interested and concerned about getting enough protein. Individual needs certainly are based on our age and on our sex, on our activity level, on our weight, state of health, and then the goals for the body. Lifestyle makes a big impact on our protein needs too. Protein is one of the 7 macronutrients, and it is getting enough protein is fundamental to our overall health. It's great to be here with you today, Cindy, to discuss this topic, and I understand you have some questions. So I imagine our audience does too. For the health of it, let's get to them.
Thank you, Melanie. I'm happy to be here with you today. So what is protein and why is it important to my body?
Protein is a building block nutrient. It's part of every cell of our body. It has multiple functions. It is involved in our growth, in our development, in our movement, in building our structure, in repairing tissues, in sustaining us. It's involved in making hormones and enzymes, so it regulates our body's operation and functions, and through the production of hormones and enzymes, that's how that process goes. We are enabled to do all of our activities when we have an adequate amount of protein.
How much protein do I need every day?
Protein needs are individualized as we indicated. The recommended dietary allowance for protein is 0.36 grams per kilogram of body weight. Now, most of us don't work with kilograms, we work with pounds. So on average, that's about 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. And we usually look at lean body tissue when we're making that assessment. So for a 125-pound individual, that would mean a minimum of about 45 grams of protein a day. Now, there's lots of other things that come into play, as we have mentioned, and so in general, the recommendations are that we get 10 to 35% of our total caloric intake from protein. Mitigating factors are certainly our state of health, our activity level, what our goal is. Also important is our carbohydrate intake. We have to have enough calories from carbohydrates for our energy, otherwise we end up using protein as an energy source. And interestingly, when people start to lose weight, they lose body protein first before we burn our carbohydrate initially because we don't store much of it, but then we burn protein and muscle before we begin to burn fat. So adequacy of protein is always important. It's not only what we consume, but it's what we absorb. So gut health, our intestinal tract, is very important. So keeping that intact is certainly going to make a difference in terms of what we absorb and ultimately what we're able to utilize.
Thank you for that. I'm learning so much.
Good.
Why is it important to ingest protein at breakfast time versus, say, bedtime?
Okay, and I know that's important to you because I'm suspicious that you didn't have your breakfast this morning.
I did not have my protein this morning. You're too smart.
Well, it's not uncommon. Protein deficit for breakfast is very prevalent in our environment. People rush out maybe a glass of orange juice, pop a vitamin, and that's it. So getting that protein in the morning is very important because of what it does. It helps to sustain our blood sugar, and that's very important for our alertness. Protein breaks down into make neurotransmitters, which influence our cognition. And it mitigates our cholesterol levels additionally. So we release hormones that satisfy us when we eat enough protein. It helps us curb our appetite. Ultimately, it's influential in our weight management, and it supports all of our brain function. So let's have protein for breakfast, and 25 to 30 grams is a great way to get that done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What are some healthy breakfast protein alternatives rather than the typical bacon and eggs for breakfast?
Absolutely, and in today's environment, people, as I said, are in a hurry and a rush. They often go out, don't have enough time to have breakfast. So getting a breakfast shake can certainly be a great way to get that protein in. Greek yogurt is a wonderful option. It has twice as much protein as the traditional yogurts, and if sugar isn't added, then we get less sugar and even less sodium. Nuts and nut butters are a great choice. Pistachios, almonds, any of the nuts are great for you. So a peanut butter and nut sandwich is great for breakfast. Vegetarian proteins certainly fit, so getting seeds and nuts in there, having a nice pumpkin pancake for breakfast will work for you, or even avocado toast or salmon and avocado on toast is a good option.
That sounds wonderful. I'm a big fan of Greek yogurt. Can you tell us what it is about Greek yogurt that makes it special as compared to another brand?
So they're types. It's not so much brand, although different brands do put in more sugar. So with Greek yogurt, in the production of it, they are straining and restraining the milk, and they are taking out the whey protein and reserving the casein protein. The advantage of that is casein is a very slowly digested protein, and so not only do we get more protein in total, but we get protein that is more slowly digested, therefore going to balance blood sugars for a longer period of time and stay with us. So eat your Greek yogurt, make sure you get your protein in the morning.
Thank you, Melanie.
So as we wrap this up, thanks so much, Cindy. Great questions. And in summary, we want to charge up our morning with protein. It supports our blood sugar management, balancing our appetite, optimizing our body function and our alertness, and for maintenance. So for the health of it, let's make sure you get your protein in the morning for breakfast and all through the day.
Thank you, Melanie.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking me.